Morning, my dear friends. Today, in previous class, we have taken a couple of videos. First unit and second unit over, and now we start with the second unit, part two. ERP applications is over, functions also over, and now part two from second unit. ERP implementation cycle. In previous class, we already discussed practices of pre-implementation. Once again, I tell you, the first one is requirement and process review. And second one, choosing the right solution, project planning, documentation preparation, optimization of IT process, project preparation. So these kind of things are we are evaluating from implementation. It is called the pre-implementation. Okay. So the steps needed here are some steps are needed. Some steps are needed, which is we are implemented one application. So what are the steps are we are having? The first one is user training. Second one is BI solution tailoring. BI is nothing but business intelligence management training, product support along with data fix. These steps are we are needed, which is we are making some implementation in ERP. Okay, so what is an ERP implementation life cycle? So before class we are already discussed product life cycle and ERP implementation and ERP pre-implementation. So now, so pre-implementations we are already learned in previous class steps and objectives. Now, then how to do the implementation? Then what are the process and what are the cycle we are having? So this is the ERP implementation life cycle. So in ERP implementation life cycle, so this is the central point. This is the server of ERP application. So which is we are making some, which is we are making some application from outside. So through online, these process entire online. In this process entire online, we are going to done the work in the industry or in the organization. This is what online process. So what is an ERP implementation life cycle? So this ERP implementation life cycle, the first we need to planning and organization. Planning and organization. These are the steps and these are the branches and these are the process. The first one is planning and organization. Planning and organization. So in this commentary, we are not containing this phase as a part of the time it takes to implement the system, as it all occurs before the start of spending money or real physical activity. So whatever, whoever, compulsory, without planning we cannot do anything in the organization. Everywhere, without planning we cannot do anything in the organization. That's why we need compulsory planning and organization. So which is we are going to implement it in the market. Compulsory we need to plan some activities before that plan. So that is what it takes to implement the system, as it all occurs before the start of spending money or real physical activities. Okay, then selecting then a team can be a team can be assembled and a decent plan deployed the matter of few weeks for a motivated company. So more typically the planning stage might last up to 6 months or more. So one application in ERP system, which is we are making one application before uh, before we have to take a plan. That is what the time period is 6 months. Before 6 months, so last 6 months we are all last 6 months we have to take the planning, and conclusion of before 6 months we have to take a implementation. So implementation life cycle. So more typically the planning stage might last to 6 months or more. This is planning and organization in ERP application. Next point is system selection and installation. The second step is system selection and installation. So selecting the ERP system, software and ERP technology can be a challenging endeavor. Can be a challenging endeavor given its importance to the project and the vast array of choice. I already said system selection and installation means so one applications derive different installation modules. The one application or one packages, one applications derived one different technologies. One package having different technology. So given importance to the project and from requirements, the definition and early market surveys through determining the shortlist, gathering proposals, system selection and installation. Before system selections, we are gathering some information from outside. Okay, so that is conclusions, objectives, limitations, and everything, and determinations and proposals. So everything we need, so which is we are going to installation of system. The final selection and negotiation, this phase typically consumes anywhere of 3 to 6 months. The planning is 3 to 6 months before making one application. Next one is installation. So that is system, this is installation. Sometimes there is a lead time for delivery of hardware and software. Installation is completely involved in software and hardware process. Then installation of infrastructure components like networking facilities and data collection. Networking facilities, installation means through networking facilities and data collection and display devices and installation of software. That could be anywhere from several days to several weeks or more. Installations. So installation means display devices and networking and data collection. So cloud-based ERP may have a little or no installation lead time. So it will take installation application will take only 6 months. Okay, that anywhere from several days to several weeks or more. Cloud-based ERP may have a little or no installation lead time and software installation required. Cloud-based, this is automatically, this is automatical system software. So in this system, in this ERP application system, cloud-based ERP, cloud-based ERP may have a little or no installation lead time. We did not take any installation time. Some cloud softwares. Okay, data conversion and loading. Data conversion and loading. Next method. Once the ERP technology and ERP system software is ready, data must be entered and or moved into the system database. This is third step after installation of application, the conversion and loading. So once the ERP technology and ERP system software is ready, data must be entered and moved into the system database, which is where initialized and which is where system selection and which is we are doing planning. After that, the data conversion is most important. That is a language. Then into the system, this includes the basic records like customer, vendor, and item master files and bills of material. So the language data conversion means then one application, for example, take in the ERP system in manufacturing sector, like customer is the first, and vendor and seller and receiver and payments and receipts and material and production and facilitate and rotating. This is what system software, this is system applications, and this is a system conversation. So ledger chart accounts and etc. Just before doing going live, active transactional data is converted or transactional activities. For example, take Tally ERP. Then in Tally ERP applications, they are already mentioned in purchase and selling and capital and investment and everything. So that's why that is what a data conversion and loading. Data conversion, for example, take IT sector. So IT sector means languages they are having C, C++, AV, ABAP, Python. This is that kind of applications are having different kind of languages. That is compulsory. Next, users and procedures and development. Users and procedures and development. This is the last stage. Users and procedures and development. Users and procedures of development. This is the most important part of ERP implementations. ERP implementation, procedure development and documentation and user training should take up the majority of the timeline. Majority of the timeline. So this requirement consume considerable time and effort from operational employees. So it will take some time, but it will take some time and effort from operational employees. It is completely related to employees. Actual feature users of the system who are all also expected existing job, at the same time the duration of this space. This is completely related to employees capability. It is analyzing of employee capability, employees accountability, employee efficiency in this timeline. Okay, so these are the next one is testing and validation. So this testing and validation. So we have two or three headings: testing and validation, testing and validation. So it resources will heavily involved in this task, working with the users to compare and examine both basic records. So testing and validation means so which is right and which is control quality and software updation and licensing and everything are involved in this version, testing and validation. So examine both basic records and transactional data to verify that data is exactly, it should be least accurate in the incumbent system. So which is we need, which application we need is particularly it is particularly provide the complete information through channels, through validation or through language or through planning. For example, take marketing. For example, take marketing strategy. In marketing strategy, sellings, buyings, trade marketing, and like that, etc. Marketing and receiver marketing and seller marketing. These kind of things are involved in marketing, test marketing. So then IT resources will be heavily IT. Now only talking about testing and validation, IT resources will be heavily involved in this task, working with the users, compare and examine the both basic records and transactional data. So it is testing record means in between comparing the exim basic records and transactional data. Testing and validation occurs over an extended period. Extended period testing and occurs over an extended period as each functional area loads. That is data and start processing test transaction by the users during the training and procedure development. During the training and procedure development, one application we are making or we are providing to others compulsory. We are testing and validation. We are check out the testing and validation of programs and validation of application. So this is not necessary a parallel operation. This is not a necessary. This is a parallel operation. Next one, cutover and go live. Cutover and go live. This can be instantaneous, sometimes called a big bang approach. So cut over and go live means we call it as a big bang approach. Big bang approach. So these big bang approach means piece by piece or parallel operation. Piece by piece. One application, one program we are divided to decentralized. That a kind of application we are share into the another system. That is what LAN or WAN or like that network. So piece by piece work, piece by piece, decentralize the work, parallel operation where users are expected to see the old system and the new system operations simultaneously specified a period of time. For example, take online exams. Online exams. So best example for this heading online exams, ISET exam or bank exams or whatever. This is a best example for go over and go live. Over and go live. Next one, follow through and project completion. Completion is not a complete once the new system is live and the old system is turned off. Follow through and project completion. Project complete when the implementation is not complete. When the implementation is not complete, once the new system is live and old system is gone, old system is turned off. The users and technical support resources must continue the validate and verify proper operation. Verify proper operation. Um, for example, take online and surrounding areas of internet, Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi, like that, etc. Proper operation. User training should continue to enable more incentives use of what the ERP system software has to offer and expand the benefits of the system. So follow through and project completion, which is implementation is not completed once the new system is alive and old system is turned off. So this is the system of ERP application. Then next one, the next video will continue with the second unit, part 3. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you very much.